people. We gotta roll. Welcome back to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet. We are on the big truck. On the big truck. Getting ready to roll. We gotta roll like right now. Right now. I got you plugged in. I should probably plug in my ear thing because at some point the ball and chain, aka my dispatcher, is gonna call. Hi Samantha. Hello, hello. Okay, turning you guys around here. Getting you. Good morning, beautiful Andrea. Hi. Hello, hello. I'm flipping you guys around. We are out of here. I am doing good. I've been up since 4 a.m. because that's what I do. Okay, let's turn you. Let's get out of here. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Whew. Putting on my seatbelt. Everybody, it's raining. Oh. Yes. Okay. Oh, Niles is kissing Samantha. He's such a flirt sometimes. He runs hot and cold though. Typical guy. Okay, here we go. Everybody put on your seatbelts, your water wings, your safety glasses, and your steel-toed boots. We are driving to pretty much Willows, California. Trying to wake up. I know my windshield is terrible. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm in Ontario, California right now. We're going to go a minimum 520 miles today. I got to push. I went to Denver. I am back. I am back from Denver. I came back from Denver and now I'm in Southern California. Oh, Niles, you are so helpful. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning. Eating my pork belly. I'm out of salt though. I got garlic and onion on there. Oh. Cranky pants this morning. That driver that was standing there. That pretty much describes most truck drivers. Cranky pants. Denver was great for the few seconds I was there. I love Denver. I love Colorado. Okay, so now I got my parking receipt. Raining here again in New Hampshire. Not getting a bit soggy here last couple of days. Well, it is spring, right? Spring has sprung. March 19th was the first day of spring. And that's the day I uploaded a giveaway video in collaboration with the seasonal Yarny YouTube hop hosted by Kim, the crafty nomad.
Turn right, then take the first left.
And that giveaway is still going on. Oh boy, my windshield is nasty. We're probably going to hit some traffic this morning trying to get out of Isn't that nice? I'm eating breakfast right now. You got snow last weekend? Oh my goodness. Ugh. What happened with Puxatawny Phil back in February? What was that outcome? And was it different on the West Coast? Yeah, let that guy go. Okay.
Turn left, then take the first left.
Eating breakfast right now. My pork belly. Did you guys see the thumbnail of my moose? Saw his shadow. So what does that mean? 6 more weeks? How many more weeks of
Right, then take the
winter
first
does
left.
that mean?
Turn right on East Westy Road.
It is 6:56 a.m. I love me some pork belly. Okay, hang on. I gotta check out here at the guard shack with my receipt and my ticket. Here we go now. Good morning. Thank you. Okay. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Okay. 6 more months. Wonder what happened. They usually have a different prediction on the West Coast, but who knows? It's all just for fun, right?
In 1/4 mile, turn right on North Milligan Avenue, then take the second left.
Walmart? What about Walmart? Oh, you saw a Walmart trailer. Oh yeah, lots of Walmarts in here. Target, Dollar General, and occasionally you'll see a Hobby Lobby trailer. Yeah, the last freeze date where I lived in Peyton, Colorado was May 31st. And every time I waited until June 1st to plant, the last week of May was just fine. It was absolutely fine. And I think it's a left-hand turn up here to get on westbound. But every time I tried to plant a week earlier, I got caught with a freeze. It was so irritating. But I loved living there in Peyton. Which was about 20 miles east of the Springs. I lived out in the Bijou Basin. So gorgeous. Good morning, Carrie. I'm in Ontario. I'm going to get north of Willows. That's the plan anyway. Okay, here we go now. Come on, Combine. Yeah. We're going to get on the 10 headed west, but that is headed towards L.A. So, I can see it. I can see it already. It's going to be a slow roll, let me tell you. Slow roll. Has anybody played Niles in Rock, Paper, Scissors yet this morning? I think he's itching for a game. He thinks he's going to beat y'all. He's standing there shaking out his hands, rocking his head, jumping up on the balls of his feet. He's like, I'm ready. Let's see what happens. You beat him. Let's see what happens. Oh! Carrie, he couldn't take 2 losses in a row, so he kind of disrespected you. Oh, wow, Sherry. Let's see what happens. He disrespected Carrie because he couldn't handle 2 losses in a row. Oh, look how nice he's being to Carrie. He's offering to take her coat. Here we go now. Here we go now. Getting into the thick of it. Heading into L.A. It's gonna be... That's a nice looking truck out west. Those Kenworths are really nice looking. I've never driven one, but a lot of the, like the million milers at, if you get 1,000,000 miles at Night Transportation, they will order a truck for you and in the color that you want. And most of them order a Kenworth. And I finally asked one guy, I said, what? I know they're nice looking trucks. They've got a good reputation. What is it that made you order a Kenworth? And he said, have you ever driven a 1985 Lincoln Continental? I said, yeah. It's like that. I'm like, yeah, I can relate to that. It's like, oh, what a nice ride. 85 Lincoln. Speaking of Night, is that their flatbed division right there? Not sure. Right behind me. She looks like one of their internationals. Okay. We got traffic. We've got lots and lots of traffic. I need to turn on a little air. There we go. Did you guys see? Did you guys see my thumbnail? The moose? I have never driven a Kenworth. Wow, a 9 foot tall. Wow, Sherry. I have never driven one of those nice Kenworths. It seems like we may have had an old style Kenworth at school. Of course, I went to school at Sage Trucking in, thank you, Sherry. I'm very proud of that. That's the last amigurumi I've made. It seems like we may have had an old style Kenworth, but those trucks were so old, 10 and 13 speeds, you know, to teach us how to drive truck. I don't remember. I know there was a Freightliner at least, and it seems like there was a Kenworth and a Peterbilt, but I made that a handful of years ago for Laura, Mad Mimi's Crochet. And it was in one of those eggs, you know, that you pull the little, you pull the slip stitches out on the side of the egg, and the egg opens up, and here out pops this moose. Of course, that egg idea came from Sandy at Left is Right Crochet. I need to call her and find out what's going on. I'm very worried. Haven't seen or heard from her in a while, and I keep telling myself I need to give her a call and just check in with her. I miss her. But anyway, she told me how to do that egg, so I did an egg and put that moose in it, folded it up, put it inside that egg, slip stitched that side of the egg shut, and sent it off to Laura. I was so excited to watch her open that. And I used like 3 different crochet tutorials to come up with that. I wanted those antlers, I believe they're called paddles on a moose, different from the pattern I was doing, the head and body and legs, whatever. And then that's when Joe from Joe's Web showed me that video on how to crochet eyes. 3 more patterns, Edward's Menagerie, crochet. You know, and speaking of amigurumi, we are doing a crochet along, a charity drive crochet along for the Mountain States Children's Home, and we're promoting the Sun Bunny of Miss C's Cottage. And she mentioned it last Sunday in her live that if anybody wants to, you know, make another one, to name and send to the Mountain States Children's Home. She was encouraging people to do that. Bunnies, yes, bunnies. I mean, when Dooley was alive, I couldn't say the word bunny. He would be up in the front window barking and howling. Where's the bunny? He liked to chase bunnies. He was a bunny chaser. I always told him, you know, I always stopped him from chasing bunnies because Mom's vet said that you could get bunny disease if you catch a bunny. No bunnies for you. He would get so upset. I will. Her lives were lovely. And dang, I miss her. So it sounds like you're doing them like, what do they call that? I won't say industrial. What is the word? It's the way I'm making my assembly line style. Yes, it's the way I'm doing my squares. Trudy, good evening. How late is it there, Trudy? Oh, Trudy's in I'm thinking of the other one down there. Where are you at again, Trudy? $4 p.m. Yes, she's in South Africa. Left is right crochet. Left is right crochet. That is Sandy. And she's one of the OGs in the YouTube crochet streets. Cape Town, that's right. Yes, you get that rhythm going, you get that cadence going in the pattern. I agree. Thank you, Andrea. That's right. That is her right there. Left is right crochet, and her husband is Mr. Right. That's right. You better watch out for your scissors. I need to come up with another game, at least one more game to play with Niles. But that's awesome, Carrie. Yes, and those of us who are going to be at the Yarny Social in October, we're going to show off our sun bunnies or show off the blanket. We haven't nailed down the blanket pattern yet for the crochet along, but we will show off either a blanket, we might have a hat, and we definitely have the sun bunny nailed down for those who like to do amigurumi. Oh, Octavia was hysterical. She was a mess. Octavia was an absolute mess. Sandy is one of the most creative people I know. I mean, and that's saying a lot, because look at all of you. We are all creatives, right? We are creative people. Sandy had an imagination, oh my goodness. Well, has an imagination. Hi, Sue. Exactly. She is creative. She's imaginative. Willow squares. Oh, I love willow squares. I think they're beautiful. I've never made one, but I've always kind of had my eye on them. Seven months ago. And before that, it was like, it was a long time before that too, I think. I'm hoping that there are a couple of willow squares in the square swap. I love the willow square. I think it's beautiful. She has an amazing imagination. I just love her. So entertaining. Miss her, and I miss Roseanne at Yarn It Out. Oh, cool. I believe her account got hacked and she didn't want to start over. It was about crocheting and sewing and wine. She was into wine tasting. Rosalie Wright, that's exactly right. And her husband is, his health is declining really bad. So I need to call her and check on her. A couple people I want to check on. Ooh, nice. Oh, I remember Julie. Yeah. I also want to check in on Julie kept in stitches. We haven't seen a video from her in a very long time. Okay, gotta watch this traffic because for some reason nobody's in this right lane. And I don't know why. Maybe they know something I don't know. I think she's making them for the square swap. Is that right, Carrie? Okay, now there are people in the right lane. I think they're just avoiding the mergers, which there aren't really a lot right now. Yep, there's Captain Stitches with Julie. Yes, thank you. I miss Julie. She's wonderful. Joe from Joe's Web. Nicole from Addicted to Yarn. I talk to her. I wave at her occasionally when I go through her town. Okay. Julie Chaffee Muzz. I remember her. It's been a while. It has been a while. Pork belly. I love me some pork belly. Niles is a poor sport. He's a poor loser. Absolutely, Andrea. Absolutely. There was also a little gal down in, she was outside of Oklahoma City. I think she was in Norman. She was from California and her name was Paige. And she was getting ready to marry her boyfriend and she was crocheting her wedding dress. And then she quit. Well, Julie Captain Stitches had some health scares that took her a while to come back from. And she did crochet after that, but I haven't seen any videos for a while. I know that Sandy was having health problems and that's why her videos dropped out. Sounds like Julie had cancer treatments. Paige down in Oklahoma, I think just she was concerned about the whole YouTube thing with the kids. It was that whole COPPA thing, and then she said, I'm not gonna do this. Miss her. Rosalie got her, I believe her channel got hacked. Yeah, her channel got hacked. Yarn It Out, and then her husband's health started deteriorating. So, you know, lots of different reasons. Yes, absolutely. I'm worried about Sandy. I'm sure Mr. Wright has taken very good care of her. And Mr. Wright had some pretty big health scares there for a while, but I think the surgeries that he had were successful. Don't quote me on that. I think. See, I need to check in with her and just find out. Because I miss her. Yes, he did. He had he had 2 or 3 surgeries. And after that first one, it was hard. It took a while. It took longer than they thought, from what I remember. If I'm remembering correctly. After the first surgery, it took longer than they thought to get him home. And then he still had 2 more surgeries to go. So, but I will call her and find out. California roads. Everybody hang on. Be sure you have your seatbelts on. I do not want to get a ticket. Make sure we slow down here. Yeah, I spent the night at the Petro in Ontario, California, and I'm trying to get to a stop and place north of Willows, California. I need to get as far north as possible because my delivery is in Portland tomorrow afternoon. It's a live unload at 4 p.m. I do. I think they're worse than Idaho. Absolutely. Well, you're just going to get me a ticket then, Carrie. I might leave you at the next rest area. Running out of the bathroom, pulling up your pants.
California 57 North.
Don't get me a ticket. Oh, look at the smog. We are heading into the smog. It is heavy this morning. Everybody put on your breathers, your scuba gear. Yep, we're going into the smog. I'm just so happy when I see this that I don't live down here. Yep, we're going to leave you at the rest area. Yeah, I'm going to try to get, 520 is the minimum, but I think I'm going to push it because I have a live unload in Portland tomorrow, and then they are supposedly getting me a load to Idaho. I have to get home to Idaho for maybe a half a day, maybe not quite that long. I have to pay respects to my girl Pat, who passed away. Good morning, Steph. Good morning. Lefty Steph. Winnemucca! We are not going to Winnemucca. I need to get to home to Emmett, Idaho for a few hours. I have to get my mail. I need to get all the postcards out of there. So, how many of you are sending postcards? Let's see. I deliver tomorrow. Hopefully I leave on Saturday. So I'd come in, ideally, right, Carrie.
California 57 North.
I mean, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. Ideally, I would be there Saturday afternoon, hopefully in Emmett, parked at the Buy Mart. Winnemucca is your cuss word? I like it. You know, my friend Pat, who just passed away, she was 86 years old. I mean, staunch. She was a Christian from the moment she was conceived. She would kind of stomp her foot and she'd go, "Oh, sugar." I'm going to start saying, "Oh, sugar," and "Oh, my goiter," since I've got 2 goiters. Yes, the postcard design challenge, you guys. So you can send a postcard to me once a day. Do not send me postcards a handful of them in one day. I want them spread out throughout the year. You can send them once a day, once a week, once a month, or just once in the year 2024. And you have to have 3 things written on it. 1, what is your favorite yarn or kind of yarn to work with? You can be as specific or vague as you want. Number 2, what do you like to crochet with that yarn? Like, a specific somebody's design project, design pattern, or or you could be vague, like baby blanket, a throw, whatever. You can all, and then the third thing, okay, Carrie. Oh, I can't go anywhere but into Emmett because oh my goodness, I would love to see Erica and all the squishiness. Good morning. Come on in. So the third thing you have to put on the postcard is some kind of search term, either the actual name of the pattern, or if you're talking baby blanket, then give me a search term for the kind of baby blanket you like, whatever it is, and then I will shout out all the postcards I get, and then in 2025 I will choose one and design a pattern along the lines of what you wrote on the postcard. There is a video in the description box about the postcard challenge, and that all goes to my P.O. box in Emmett. So I need to get to Emmett. So far, a couple people have sent me postcards, and I need to shout them out. And I have to pay my respects to Pat, who I just lost. I don't know when or if they're going to do a memorial, but so if all goes according to plan, I will be in Emmett, parked on Saturday night. Sunday morning, I'll go to church and go to the post office and probably hit Tractor Supply. What is your favorite yarn to weave? Thank you, Andrea. You rock. You have family in Emmett? Oh my goodness! And that is awesome! A lot of people are like, what? Who? Where is that? In Idaho? In Iowa? Are you? Did you mean to say Iowa? No, I meant to say Idaho. People always get Iowa and Idaho mixed up for some reason. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. So that postcard challenge is all about. I will shout out the postcards, read off the information, maybe even do a little or mention. I think I have 2 postcards in there right now, and I want to grab them. And as we get going throughout the year, there will be more. And then at the beginning of 25, before I go on my cruise, the crochet cruise, I will pick one. I will randomly pick one. Obviously not, Steph. That's right. They're not from the Pacific Northwest. So, Anna, do you live anywhere like within driving or quick flying distance near Boise? Because we are having our crochet event, 3-day event, the Pacific Northwest Yarny Social in Boise again this year. And that's a big deal. We got people coming in from all over, and we have a limited number of seats, a limited number of tickets, and those go on sale May 1st. Here we go now. Here we go now. Oh, I missed my exit. I missed my exit. Oh well. I missed it because I was talking to you guys. That's alright. I can go all the way to the 5. I think the other way only shaves like 1 or 2 miles off. When I'm trying to hit over 520 today, that is nothing. Yep, I missed my exit. Look at me. Driver on tour. I've done that before. I've missed that. I completely blanked it out that I needed to go north to get on the 210, but that's okay. I'm not lost. So yes, send me some postcards. And every postcard needs to be a different one. Please do not buy a stack of postcards that are all the same. Oh, wouldn't that'll be great, Andrea. It can be a postcard from your city, a postcard from your state, a postcard with anything on it. Something funny on it. Yes. And we still need about 7 more people to fill the last group in the spring square swap. That video is linked down below too. All the things about the spring square swap. It does not have to be an elaborate square. You can do yourself a granny square and then add, a round or 2 of single crochet just to get it. I can't stop. Oh, you got from Ontario? Who sent you that? Was it a YouTuber? Oh. You could do the mosaic granny square. I love that. That's my favorite granny square. And then you just like single crochet around until you get just a hair short of 10 inches. You block it out to 10 inches, spray it, let it sit. Andrea, they have to be 10 inches blocked out. No animal fibers, but any size yarn you want. And any square you want. Just, you know, pin it out to 10 inches, spray it, let it sit. Oh, wow. Very nice, Trudy. We always want to hear about the yarn, that's for sure. Absolutely. And you have to crochet 12 of them, and you mail out 11. And it's US only, but I would do a group of Canadians if there were 12 of them that wanted to do it. I would do a group of South Africans. If you could come up with 12 of them, I would, meaning that I would organize the list of 12. But for right now, all we have are people from the US. I almost said Americans, but Canadians and Mexicans are also Americans. Just saying. If you live on the European continent, you're a European. If you live on the American continent, you're an American. Same thing. Okay, Trudy. Thank you, Andrea. Yes, spring square swap. Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Your granddaughters are adorable. Adorable. She sent pictures of them wearing things that Grandma made for them. Right? That was you, right? Because I know it was out of South Africa. Yes, that was you. Oh, all this smog. Smog, smog, smog. We're going into even thicker smog once we get down here about a mile. So glad I don't live down here. I can't imagine the level of lung cancer and breathing issues. That's exactly right. They are Americans. Puerto Ricans are Americans. And the elephant blanket, that's right. Yes, because they live on the American continent. They're Americans. Down to 5 miles an hour. I'm probably gonna stop. I love LA traffic. I'm so happy to be driving in LA traffic. He's 1.5. Good morning, Jody. Good morning. We're talking about the spring square swap and the postcard design challenge, and those things are linked down in the description box. I'm looking for postcards. I'm looking for right, yeah, Emma, exactly. From Canada, yes, yes. That is right. Okay. Well, I'm up to 15 miles an hour. Whoop, whoop. This guy next to me in that blue and white day cab, that's Vernon Transportation Company. And every time I see those trucks, I think, oh, I miss driving that run from Lyman to Fort Worth. in Texas, Lyman, Colorado, and then you cross this the no man's land part of the panhandle of Oklahoma and then get into Texas with an automatic and learn to drive a stick. Traffic got on my nerves. Yes, with downshifting, just shifting gears. Yep. Shifting. I was shifting gears. That's how I learned to drive. Excellent, Jody. Thank you. Please do send me a postcard or two. I would love that. I was shifting gears from the beginning. Well, the first thing I learned how to drive when I was 8 was, Chevy pickups, automatic transmissions. But then when it was time for me, when I was 14 or 15, I think 15, I started learning to drive the little Honda CVC. Looked like a little red shoe. And I had Hondas and Toyotas for years that were standard transmission. I got Alice to get WhatsApp now. Oh, cool. Are any of you on Trillian? I am Dana80108 on Trillian. It is a messenger app, very similar to, we used to have the Yahoo Messenger, and now we have Facebook Messenger. Thank you, Andrea. Now we have Facebook Messenger, but this is a standalone messenger app that has been around since the beginning of internet time. And I am on there as Dana80108 if anybody wants to get a hold of me. Also, Discord. Yeah, Trudy, you don't have to use Facebook. Trillian is a great messenger. It's wonderful. So any of you can add me as Dana80108. I'm on there again. I haven't been on there in years, but I'm on there again because I started playing Pogo on Pogo.com. I got sucked into, I haven't been on Pogo for like so many years, and then I kind of rediscovered Pogo, and then this last time I was home, I really got back into being on Pogo, playing Flinks, playing Tri-Peaks Solitaire, World Class Solitaire. I'm not a big fan of Poppet, but I have helped out with some Poppet tournaments. There's gin and canasta and bowling and Lotso, Dice City roller tournaments I've done, and the tournaments are it's a website. See, and I never got into WhatsApp. I like Trillian better. I started to use WhatsApp once, but I like Trillian better. The website is called myleague.com, and I belong to the largest league on there, which is called A League of Their Own. There are tournaments going on all day, every day. And, gosh, I used to host Yahoo Pyramids tournaments using myleague.com way back in the day when Yahoo Games was a thing. That was a long time ago. Welcome back, Samantha. I'm doing a whopping 15 miles an hour. Yeah, it's like I just forgot about Pogo, but then I was occasionally here in the last year I have kind of popped on there and played some, Flinks. I like Flinks. Played, the free list of games, the free solitaire games, the canastas, the spades, the hearts. And then I was playing, I don't know what, I ended up paying for Club Pogo, which is like, what, $40 a year, so that I'd have access to all the games. And then Canasta, I love Canasta, a mobile developer, cool. Canasta, or I love playing gin. the sounds of these games. Okay, bye, Andrea. Thank you. See you later, beautiful. I love playing Pogo. We used to play on Yahoo Games, but now Yahoo Games is gone. Yahoo Games, Yahoo Groups. I was part of all those. Oh my goodness, soap making groups. And like I said, I was the head of the Yahoo Pyramids League. It was called Lighthouse Pyramids. Oh, have a great day. And then there got to be so much drama, and I let myself get sucked in. You know, I fed into the drama because I was so much younger. And finally, the drama got so bad because somebody spoofed my username, Mrs. Bombdog. They spoofed it, and then they went around saying horrible things to people, pretending to be me. Oh, cool. Hi, Ellen. And so I just walked away one day. That got me so bad because I couldn't figure out why everybody was so angry with me, saying these things that I did that I never did. And then finally somebody pointed out that the username was spoofed, that it looked like it was my username, but it wasn't. And that's when I said, I'm done. I'm done, and I walked away. Mermaid in the ship. Cool. Oh, it was terrible. Yeah, and I just walked away from the whole thing, and I didn't look back. And then we bought a house, and life went on. We bought a house out in Elizabeth, Colorado. Then we moved to Peyton, and I started training horses, and all kinds of things went wrong there. Yay, Ellen! I saw that email. Thank you. I just haven't responded to emails in the last week or so. Oh my goodness. I know, I feel the same way. And it was someone in my Pyramids league. She lived in Texas, I think. And she was just she liked to stir the pot. She couldn't live her life without causing all kinds of problems. So, and I'm just assuming that after all these years she's matured and has become a good person. She's probably got a family. That was 20 years ago. So, all of us have grown up, right? I'm not angry with her. I'm not angry about that whole thing because, in the end, who cares, right? But there was one kid from Florida. He went by Jam 1987, I think was his name. I miss Jam. He was the greatest personality in that whole league. He was wonderful. I'm sure he's a successful adult today. Love that kid. Time I go by Santa Anita, I'm like, oh, I want to see the race. I want to go watch the horses run. It's a famous racetrack. Well, you know, that's what the English did with their prisoners. They shipped them off to Australia. And now we have Australians. But yeah, like a Gilligan's Island, where no matter how much technology and innovation they use to you know, make all these things to make their lives easier, they cannot figure out a way to get off the dang island. I used to plop down. I used to come home from school and plop down right in front of the TV. Big console TV, so I had to sit right in front of it so I could reach the knobs. And turn on channel 12. Oh, I like Solitaire Blitz. I turned on channel 12. Hi, Bonnie. Hello, hello. Yeah, I turned on channel 12, and oh my goodness, the original Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies, Gilligan's Island. Later on, it would be Bewitched. I mean, all the shows, like from 3 o'clock, like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All of those shows would come on, and they would go until evening. They were so good. I loved Channel 12 after school. Okay, in 6 miles, I'll hit I-5 and go north. Yeah, they did. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. All of them were good. I liked both Gingers. I liked all of it. But I also had a thing for Bugs Bunny and Little Hiawatha. And Sniffles. Sniffles put the bell on the cat. That's right. That's right. I loved Wile E. Coyote. Yes, Wile E. Coyote, which, by the way, that is why everybody pronounces that word coyote when it's really pronounced coyote if you speak English. Drives me nuts. One of my little pet peeves that I need to get over, because now everybody says it as coyote. That's ridiculous. All because of a cartoon. But I did love the Roadrunner. Oh, I love them. The Brady Bunch, and yes, I remember the Brady Bunch and Speed Racer. Absolutely. Oh, Ellen, I wanted to tell you that, I don't know if I told you this already or not, but I've been, you know, keeping up with my shorts. I've actually been doing them 6 days a week, except for here the last couple of days. I didn't realize I had ran out. But oh, Jinx and oh yeah, I dream of Jeanie. Yes, that's right. That is right. I dream of Jeanie. So I've been meaning to tell you that the reason why I haven't done Purple Rain or Raspberry Beret is because they are not licensed on YouTube Shorts. YouTube does not have any kind of license for shorts for those. So I started to do Raspberry Beret performed by another group, and it got blocked. You were gonna marry Speed Racer? He was so cute. So cute. I was in love with Luke Skywalker, and there was a boy in our class, Tim Scott, who looked just like him. Oh my goodness. He was my boyfriend until he started suggesting that we do more than just hold hands once in a while. Oh, but he was so cute. I mean, seriously, it was the 4th grade. Stop it. You idiot. Do you know I never watched Star Wars? I had to, you know, because I was the 4th grade, and you know, the boys in the class, including my own little Luke Skywalker, were acting out scenes, you know, shooting each other, pew, 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 you know. So finally, Mom took me to see Star Wars, and I really liked it. I really liked Princess Leia. She was, oh yes, the Partridge Family. Love the Partridge Family. Absolutely, Sherry. That was another one that was on in the afternoons after school. Oh, I think I love you. Oh, I love that show. David Cassidy. Whoop, whoop. I had a friend who was so in love with Sean Cassidy. Oh my goodness, she was an idiot for Sean Cassidy. Oh, we still tease her today. I think it was because my dad... I've seen all 3 of them. Star Trek every Saturday, so I never... Oh, yeah. And I enjoyed Star Trek. I wasn't... I've never been a Trekkie, but I still enjoy Star Trek. I especially love the Tribbles. I love the Tribbles, and I love when, you know, the Next Generation, for some reason, they went back in time and they ended up on, well, it had to do with the Tribbles. It had to do with the Tribbles. I want to go back and watch that, because the Next Generation, some of those crew members went back to an old episode of the original Star Trek, something about the Tribbles, and the Klingons looked different. And the current Klingon, you know, with the ridges on his forehead, when they saw what a Klingon looked like back in the 60s, they turned and looked at him, and he just shook his head. He said it's something like, it's a long story, and like walked away. He would not tell what happened, why they were different. I love that. Okay. At Panera. Oh, you're going to the Panera. I have been to the Panera once years ago. Is it on Eagle Road? The one on Eagle Road? Deep Space Nine, yes. Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock was later on. I never got into it. Doing it on your 3-hour tour. And it's a little group. Okay, so it's a different group. Okay. Christy's brother, Jimmy McNichol. Absolutely, I remember him. He was a cutie. So Panera, yeah, I went to the one on Eagle Road once, but that was, I don't know, it was tough for me to drive over there with Dooley and my old flatbed pickup. Was it DS9 had Return of the Tribble? Oh, yes, you're right, Deep Space Nine. And that's the one where they went back to an old 60s, 70s episode of the original Star Trek, and the Klingons look different. Okay, I am in the correct lane. Okie dokie. I added a few miles to my day by missing that exit, but that's okay. Yeah, same Panera, different group, but it's a pretty good parking lot. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I always had dually, and I always had to, you know, leave the windows down, park in the shade, go out and, you know, check on him every 20, 30 minutes. It was tough with dually. Now with my next dog, hint, hint, little insight here, things will be different. I will not have to keep my dog with me all the time. He will stay home. He will stay with someone else. And, you know, when I'm driving around in the summertime, because the car gets, you know, not dealing with the heat of the car, the truck, that dog's in the truck in the heat of the day. I have ways to make this thing idle so that the AC is running all the time. Things will be different. Oh. Okay, 2 miles to the I-5. Yahoo, you guys. We'll be getting out of Southern California. Getting out of this smog. Blah. Just subconsciously makes me want to cough. I'm pretty sure it's a subconscious thing, just because I can see my lungs, I'm sure, are fine. Yeah, it was a lovely day, and I met what's her name. She is a knitter, and she heads up the group, Boise area spinners, I think. Boise area spinners and weavers, something like that. You probably know exactly who I'm talking about, and if you said her name, I'd be like, yes, that is her. I loved her. She was so sweet. But she, I don't think, is a crocheter. I think she's a knitter, and she's a spinner. So you probably know her. I-5 freeway north. I think I need to get over. Okay. I always want to say Adele. That's not right. That's not right. It's not Adele. It's... What is her name, Carrie? And I suggested her when you were talking about, you came to me like a couple years ago and talked about adding them to the Fiber Friends of the Treasure Valley or to the Zoom, inviting to the Zoom or something. And I remember, whoa, hang on you guys. Whoa! That stopped quickly. Ooh, nobody hit me. Okay, nobody hit me. That stopped quickly. Okay. I remember suggesting her. Oh, what is her name, Carrie? She was very sweet. I need north. I would look her up, like right now, if I wasn't getting ready to transition to I-5 North, if I wasn't driving, all the things, blah, 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 greasy fingers from the pork belly on my plate, drinking coffee. Who was that? I always forget her name, and I always get it confused with Adele. But that's not her name. So sweet. So sweet. Okay, that's south. I need north. I'm getting over. Hello, hello, hello. Thankfully, there was nobody in that lane. Those arrows were pointing to a different lane back there. Woo! That's okay. Saul Good, man. Who has watched Better Call Saul? Of course, I've seen Breaking Bad, like all the series, all the episodes 3 or 4 times, which is stupid because it's like watching a horrid train wreck. But then I've seen Better Call Saul twice, all the way through. I saw the Jesse El Camino movie. Was it a movie or was it like a series? I think El Camino was a movie. Okay. I am in the correct lane. I kind of want that left lane because this one is going to end after I take the ramp, but I'll worry about that when I get there because they're coming too fast in that left lane. Oh, there's my chance right there. There is my chance. There was a break in the traffic. Okay. Yeah! Yeah! Watch Breaking Bad, but I have watched Sons of Anarchy. I've gone through that twice, and I feel like it was riveting. It was, you know, kind of on the edge of your seat kind of thing, and I've had my fill. Spreadsheets. I am at, let me tell you where I'm at, Joyce. I'm on Interstate 10 trying to get on I-5 North. I'm westbound on the 10 trying to get on I-5 North. So probably pretty close to you. So everybody wave at Joyce while she's working on her spreadsheets. Hi, Joyce. And thank you for your kind words about the Noah scarf. I haven't watched that one, Sherry. Yep, close. Okay. Thank you. I am, because from all the testers, if I could get the other testers to, I have a feeling I'm going to get flaked by a lot of testers, because I've heard from you, and Christine, and I've heard from Dee Dee. And Ellen said that she started. So 4 testers out of what, 11 or 12 in that chat who have not chimed in. And so I'm a little concerned. I'm trying not to, you know, react, but I need to encourage them again this week because we've got, what, 14, 15 days till the end, till the test ends, and because it ends on April 13th, and I need, you know, completed pictures. I love the progress pictures. That just makes me happy. But I need the completed pictures. I need some kind of, you know, short quote that I can put as a promotional, you know, promotional quotes for the pattern. I need them to do the thing. Do the thing. Of course, you know, if we do have, you know, flakes, I hate to use that word. All they have to do is get a hold of me and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to do this. Okay, see, and Ellen, right there, communication. That's what I need. That's what I need. So if Ellen isn't done, she is not a flake. She is not a flake. Ellen, you may be excused. I mean, seriously. You know, just all these testers who haven't even chimed in, haven't said a word, you know, I won't use them again. If they continue to be a, you know, no call, no show, as I call it. Yeah, I'm waving my magic wand. You are released. Exactly. But you need to stay in that group because you're our moderator, right? You're our person of authority. So she's in all the test groups. So but the ones that don't even say, hey, look, I'm not going to be able to do this, you know, they won't get used again for a test. They can stay in the Discord community. So you're probably still early in part 1, correct, Ellen? Yeah. They're absolutely invited to stay in the tester community, but I'm not going to use them for another, you know, one of these tests that are, in my opinion, I mean, this is a very important test. Oh, you're in part 2. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Did you see I had to edit? I had to edit chapter, I think it was chapter 8 in part 2, because I had a sentence and then I had the 3 memory phrases, and Christine's like, so we have a total of like 6 phrases for this one, right? And I'm like, no, let me fix that. That's why we test, right? That's what Karen always says when she was testing some of my really simple patterns. She's like, this is why we test. But I was hoping to get more than 3 or 4 people on this test. I wanted some feedback. Yep, oops. This is why we test, to make sure, you know, I haven't left out some editing on it. And then at the very end, I have kind of a to-do list that will not go in the final PDF. But the rest of it, I think, you know, from my 3 or 4 testers, that it is looking good. Now spacing is different because, you know, there's spacing sometimes gets really, you know, like there's big spaces between paragraphs, and I'll keep working on, and that'll be hopefully fixed, all done before I get to you know, converting it to a PDF. But I'm really hoping these other testers, you know, chime in, talk to me, tell me, you know, oh, I haven't started it yet, but I do plan on getting it done, or, you know, life just got in the way. It's all these people. There's like 12 people total. Joyce is done with hers. Christine's working on hers. And Ellen may or may not be able to get it done. She's got family stuff. Look at me doing 3 miles an hour trying to get on northbound I-5. And then, you know, I'm going to have to hang back and let a whole handful of people in. Probably a truck or 2. Because everybody pushes to the end of the ending lane and forces their way in, which is not right, not morally incorrect, but it doesn't work for the flow of traffic. Get over. Be a grown-up. Hey, were you able to get the next group filled for the... No, not yet. Good morning, Maritza. Hola. I'm on Interstate 10 taking the exit to get on I-5. That's what we're doing. See, it slows me down a little bit going, okay, so that guy's splitting lanes on his bike. He's probably legal at the moment. But here's the legalities of splitting lanes in California. The traffic around you has to be 40 miles an hour or less. And you splitting the lanes has to be 40 miles an hour or less. So when they come flying by you at 80 miles an hour, splitting lanes, illegal. And in Oregon, it's 15. I still need, we have 5, so I need 7. Still working on 7 more, and we have time. We got lots of time. So I'm going to start, you know, trying to recruit 7 more people here pretty quick. We have 1 angel volunteer. She can do like 1 square. Yeah, we need 7 more. And that'll be great because it's not a huge thing. It'll be 2 groups. There'll be 2 different blankets going. I love it. Love it. Oh, I-5 isn't going any faster. I should have kept going. I have extra. Okay, Ellen, tell me how many extra and I will add them. Well, you know, I'll check them off on group 2 at the end, like mid to late April. I'll get a hold of you and Diane both about, you know, extra squares. You just email me, tell me how many. I do see your emails, even if I don't respond to them. I saw your email about being done, and I love that you've mailed them out. Done deal. Tell me how many, and I will come back to you when it's time to fill up group 2. Hoo-wee. There's OSP. I see OSP up there. And the thing about these guys splitting lanes at too high a speed, higher rate, I mean, they go flying. I was behind somebody once that straddled both lanes and merging. I know, I love it. I don't do it. I try not to control other people's behavior as much as I can control myself to not do that. But I love it when other trucks do that. Or we get in a situation like this and somebody decides to get over there on the right on the shoulder and get past everyone, and then at the last minute start forcing their way in and move over 3 or 4 lanes. That is, woosa, woosa, let that go. That is a tough one for me. Or people coming from a half a mile behind me, doing 90 miles an hour to get past me and then cut me off and cause my truck to automatically brake as they cross in front of me within 6 inches of my grill guard just so they can hit the next exit. What the heck? Get in behind the truck. I don't care that that truck is only doing 50 miles an hour. Get behind the truck and wait your turn to take the exit. In grade school, are they not teaching people to line up, take their turns, to be polite? Are these things not happening in elementary school anymore? What on earth is the philosophy on raising these horrible adults? I don't get it. Yeah, a lot of guys will do that. And I agree with them on principle. I do. But I also have to realize that we cannot control the poor behavior of others, even when it's the majority, especially when it's the majority. Okay, I am leaving myself space behind this little white pickup because there should be a cushion, even though we're only doing 5 miles an hour. I should not be, okay, and this is what happens. The BMW comes over and takes up my space. Oh, look, there's a space in front of the truck to my left. They're going to take up that space. They fill the gap because they think they're going to get there faster by doing this. Oh, yes, absolutely, Ellen. I agree. They do it in a non-driving lane. They do it in what we call the chicken lane when you're going down, you know, a street that has that space in between, you know, the 2 different directions of travel. We call that the chicken lane. A turning lane is we use it for turning even if it isn't designated a turning lane. And I'll be going through city streets and people pass me using that. That is not what that's for. slow down, be a grown-up, pull up your pants, stop being a jerk. So, see this car in front of me? He just filled that gap. He filled that cushion. Because they think if there's a gap, it needs to be filled. Or that lane is going faster. That is not the case. It is not going any faster. And even if it was, it doesn't matter. You just slowed down the rest of the lane. Me and throw a tantrum in front of my truck for driving, for leaving a cushion. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Suicide lane, absolutely. We call it the chicken lane, and I'm going to pull into that chicken lane if I can't park on the right side of the street, because I am figuring out exactly which driveway I'm supposed to turn this big rig into, because I don't have the maneuverability to go down and whip a U-turn. That there are very few places I can whip a Yui in a 18-wheeler. So we use it for that. Sometimes we have to use it to literally get out of the truck, lock it up, and walk over to the customer and check in, because there's no room on their property unless you're ready to get into the dock. So yeah, we use it for that. We do not block the actual parts that are designated for turning, and we do it on, you know, light industrial areas, on those kind of streets, not like major boulevards. Usually I have seen guys have to do that on Columbia Boulevard in Portland, and that's just the nature of it, you know, delivering and picking up loads. I've seen flatbeds parked in the chicken lane on Columbia Boulevard with you know, there's 2 lanes on either side of the chicken lane, and the shipper has a forklift running across those lanes back and forth to load the flatbed. So, you know, if you want your products, those kind of things have to happen. But for people to use it as a passing lane, who raised these idiots? Who taught them how to drive? Why doesn't anybody know how to just hang back and take your time? I know we're all in a hurry. I'm in a damn hurry. I've got to be in Portland, checked in no later than 3:30 tomorrow afternoon with this load. And I've got just under 1,000 miles to go. It's not going to be easy. When he walked away, he had a sign on his back. I was fired from the hospital for having an attitude. Well, is an attitude a handicap that they have, that is protected under the American Disabilities Act? No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, stop ranting, Dana. Drive the truck. Drive the truck. Drink some coffee. Let's play some rock, paper, scissors. Who's winning? Who is Niles being mean to? Who's he flirting with? Okay, Sacramento. Here we go. Here we go. We're headed towards I will be north of Sacramento tonight somewhere, God willing. Oh, here comes one of those old style Kenworths. I think Kenworths are just cool looking, no matter what year they are. Get my cruise up to speed. Watch traffic. Make sure. Oh, I see brake lights. And this little dork just came across all that sand because he took the wrong exit. Instead of going down and finding the on-ramp to get back on the freeway, he went across all of that landscaping. He's lucky he didn't get stuck. That's like, what is wrong with these people? Okay. Yep, no need for cruise control here. We are back down. Pork belly. I need some pork belly. Every time I go over this river, I think of Greece. Summer loving, had me a blast. Summer loving, happened so fast. I think that's the L.A. River. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know much about this area except the traffic is horrible. And there's lots of smog. Believe it or not, it is actually a bright, sunny, beautiful day when you're not in the smog. So I just got a message. How many of you know what the enchanted forest is? Chance, my garden seeds are popping up and oh, awesome! When is your last freeze date in your area? We were talking about this earlier. In Colorado, where I was at, the first planting date was June 1st. So you had to start stuff indoors. Or I always got caught because I would start like 5 to 7 days before June 1st, and I always got caught when I did that by the last freeze of the year, of the spring. I think it was Sherry was saying up in New Hampshire, it's pretty much the same, last freeze date. And what are you growing? I always did tomatoes, pumpkins, potatoes, and I grew my potatoes in a garbage can. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning. The 3rd week of April. Oh, but you're starting them indoors? Or are you taking a chance? Are you rolling the dice? That's what I always did. Well, not always. Then the next year I'd wait until June 1st to put them out, and there hadn't been a freeze in 2 weeks. Then the next year I'd try to put them out a week before and I'd lose them. I'd roll the dice, and then I'd get my hand slapped, and then I'd pull back, then I'd roll the dice again. Bye, Joyce. Lettuce, tomatoes, asparagus, basil, lemongrass. Started inside. Yes, that's the way to fly. That is the way to fly.
Any of the 4 left lanes.
Start them inside. Need to start them, yes. Okay, 4 left lanes. Yes. 4 left lanes to go to Sacramento. Okay, okie dokie, okie dokie. Okay, Florida, what are you gonna do? Oh, look at that, a turn signal. I do have one thing I'm pretty stubborn about. If you didn't turn on your turn signal, don't expect me to give you room to get over. Peas get started outside in February and are about 4 inches tall now. How fun. I like squash, all kinds of squash. Pumpkins, summer squash, zucchini. I like squash. I have a feeling I'm going to need to get over. I need to get over anyway because there's a truck on the shoulder. I need to give him room. Oh, and there's a car in the median broke down. A little VW. Sorry, dude. Potatoes getting planted this weekend. Outdoors in the ground, right? Yeah. I would take a garbage can, put it on the back porch, and I'd fill it with like 2 or 3 feet of soil, and then I'd plant a couple of potatoes, like baby potatoes. I would do that. Okay, bye, Lefty Steffi. I, would plant some baby potato. I like baby potatoes, like some small yellow potatoes or red potatoes. And then I'd put another layer of dirt, more potatoes, another layer of dirt, more potatoes. And then when it came time, I would just dump the whole thing out on the ground and pick out my potatoes. That was fun. I enjoyed that. It is 8:28 a.m. in California and Oregon and Washington. Well, most of Oregon. There is a small sliver where it's an hour later. It's on mountain time. Oh, and British Columbia. Ugh. Ugh. Dang. Yeah, hopefully I'll be in Idaho by Saturday night. Ugh. That's the prayer. That's what I'm praying for. And that I can spend a half a day in Emmett. I'm going to go to church, get my mail, pick up my very special package, and go on with my life. But we don't know what's going to happen. My company has no idea what's going to happen. See a little sunlight up ahead. We need some sunlight. Oh, oh. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. I love John Denver. Love me some John Denver. I'd play you, Niles, but I can't. Good morning, Diana. I'm getting ready to do a short of my color palette short. Should go up on Tuesday, April 2nd, in honor of your suggestion, my woman, my wife. And any more song requests by you guys? Song requests with, some kind of color theme attached to it, if you can think of one, because otherwise I pick them out myself, and I don't know that I always nail it, but I do my best. Oh, look at that sunlight. There's sunlight, you guys. Less smog, more sunlight. Makes me happy. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Which I cannot find a version where Merle Haggard sang it. What I find is Marty Robbins. Did you actually know of a Merle Haggard version? Because it's not in the Shorts licensed music. All I found was Marty Robbins, which I love Marty Robbins. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Let's see, continue towards Sacramento. Sorry, dude. Sorry, box truck. I kind of leaned on the line there. Keep it in the lane. Lane control. That's what one of my trainers always told me. Lane control. Oh, I do like coffee. It's definitely one of my indulgences. It's coffee. Of course, this is like a 6 to 7 on the Shreveport Richter scale. It isn't nearly as bad as Shreveport, Louisiana. Ah, sunshine. Oh. Now I got, for some reason, I've got Donna Fargo in my head. Who here knows who Donna Fargo was? Raise your hands. Oh. Oh. Oh, these roads are fun. Of course, it's worse driving in a Freightliner. There's a reason why these are called freight shakers. The old ones, I'm sure, were 10 times as worse, but it's the reason why they have air shocks on these cabs, because they are rough riding. Even with the air shocks, they're still rough. Lane control, a little tough with a rough road. It is tough with a top-heavy, rough-riding Cascadia. Ugh. Ugh. Our friend Leslie Quilter, she, last I heard, was in a Peterbilt. She got out of the Cascadia because it was too rough for her. It was affecting her health. I'm trying to think. Was it her back? I'm trying to think. Leslie, if you're watching the replay, clear up my confusion. But anyway, she requested to get into a Peterbilt, and she said that it was so much better. Ugh. Probably corners better too. These Freightliners just feel like the top of them is just going to swing on over and hit the pavement. Okay. Well, I wonder what they're building there. They got all that green screen on that building they're building. This is the Burbank Boulevard. That's what I was assuming. If I glance at GPS, it'll tell me Burbank, California. Oh, and right in the middle of it is a parking structure. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's more parking structure they're building? Don't know. Because they're male. That's why. They learn it from their fathers. That's why if, and this is a big if, I ever get married again, he better be something really dang special to turn my head. I don't care if they are you know, Keith Partridge or Luke Skywalker cute. That does not excuse the behavior, the male behavior. Oh my goodness. And I'm doing pretty dang good on my own. I don't get lonely even without a dog. I do miss Dooley, you know, and Jack specifically because of the bond. I miss them specifically, but I'm not lonely. And let me tell you, for the first year or two after my husband died, the assumption by men, like by every man on the planet, was that I am now lonely and looking for a man because I'm a widow. Says who? I was not lonely. I was grieved for my husband, but I was absolutely not lonely and haven't been lonely at all. It's pretty hard to convince some men of that. Oh, you're just saying that because you can't get a date. like I would want to waste my time with you because you're such a peach of a guy. Oh yeah. And I don't swing the other way, so I'm quite happy. I'm very happy. Ugh. Dang, this road is rough, you guys. Ugh. I-5 northbound, Burbank, California. Oh man, this is rough. Exactly. I mean, you know, we grieve for our husbands. I'm sorry my husband is gone. I know. Yeah. They are our heroes, aren't they, Ellen? They are our heroes. Yeah, Diane, I am sorry that man is gone. He was so well known, especially in the military by the, you know, members of the military, because he was former military, and by contractors all over the world. He was well known. I was very proud of him and the work he did. We had problems in our marriage, that's for dang sure. And I am sorry that man is gone. I mean, he had such an influence. He didn't realize how much influence he had on other contractors and the people around him, and how valuable he was as a human being. But I don't need another one. And like I said, it would have to be somebody who would have to check a whole lot of boxes in order to turn my head. And even then, it may not be worth it. Ugh. Ready mix kind of truck, cement truck. how long it took me to get from Ontario to the rest area up here off of Fraser Mountain Park Road up at Lebec. Oh yeah, there's no way I could have made it last night because I'm already an hour and 40 some minutes in, and I had an hour and 15 minutes left on my clock. That is why I stopped and spent the night in Ontario, because there's no place to park between Ontario and at least Castaic, and I haven't even hit Castaic yet. You're one and only? I love that. I love that. That looks like a Storm Chaser's like super armored vehicle on the right there, but it's got no lettering and it's got no like equipment. Anyway, there's no way I could have even made it to Castaic last night, and the problem with Castaic is I never find a place to park there. So I'd have to have, kept on going to either the Flying J at Lebec or the southbound rest area at the top of the Grapevine, which are just it's like a mile or like a mile or two apart. There's no way I could have made it in an hour and 50 minutes. I would have been stuck. Try explaining that to someone who's never driven truck. Even some people within the trucking industry who, they don't get it. They do not get it. Because I had plenty of daylight left to go that hour and 50 minutes, but it would have put me nowhere, and then I would have been in a DOT violation on my clock. So, yeah. That's what that was all about. But now I'm going through, I don't know. This is Van Nuys Boulevard up ahead of me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm in lane number 3. Okay. And it's probably gauging all the brake lights up ahead of me. It's probably... Okay, now I'm in lane number 4 because there's an HOV lane on the left. You start from the median. The lane closest to the median is lane number 1. I know that kind of blew my mind at first, but I learned that that's how you count lanes. So I am in lane number 4 out of 5, 6, 7. Out of 7 lanes, I'm in lane number 4. So I'm pretty much right in the middle. And I just scared somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we got a lot going on to my right, a lot of lane shifting, and I want to go pretty far north. Like 475 miles north of here. Keep on trucking. Of course.
Miles. Right to
okay, now I got to get over because up here, 2.5 miles, there will be a truck bypass. And if you are one of those four-wheelers who takes the truck bypass because you think you're going to get there 5 seconds faster, just knock it off and stop making us have to look out for you in those truck bypass lanes. Stay out of it. Just saying, stay out of it. All those trucks are going different speeds because they're at different weights already, and we're dealing with each other. We don't need to deal with the Prius and the Subaru and the Toyota that have decided, oh, it'll be faster to just take the truck bypass. Get out of our way because we are fighting with enough. We don't need to add keeping your little life alive to that list. Ugh, ugh. Woo! Trucks use right lanes, so this guy's probably coming over unless he's going to skip the bypass. That's another thing. If you're in a truck, take the bypass. You're not special either. You're just going to make things. There's a reason why there's a truck bypass. There's a reason for it, and you're putting a wrench in the whole works by doing that. Truck route, right lane. Oh man! Are you guys getting seasick yet? I hope you're all wearing your seatbelts. You might have to put on your helmets, your hard hats, your safety glasses, your closed-toed, steel-toed boots, and your water wings. And maybe your mouth guards. A cup, all the protection. All the protection. Driving on this stinking California freeway. Nope, he got over. Good for him. He's not going to pretend like he's special. Come on, baby.
2 miles.
There's one right there. Oh, forgive me. They're driving a Mercedes. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? You are special. You drive a Mercedes. See that? There was absolutely no reason for that car to take this. They got ahead of maybe 4 or 5 cars, and then they're going to drive like a jerk up ahead. They're just going to keep driving like a jerk. That's what I deal with every day out here. Oh well. Jerk. Let me get over. BMW was special too. Oh look, somebody made you hit the brakes. What comes around goes around. Okay, so ugh. Dang, this road, you guys.
Keep left on I-5.
If there's a wide spot up here at Castaic, and if there's room, or if I get pulled into the way station, right 2 lanes. There are jerks everywhere. That's right. That's right. I mean, who is raising these idiots? You know, I may not know anything about parenting, but I know what a good adult looks like. I also know what a crappy adult looks like. I can't figure out why there's so many horrible adults and these attitudes that they are somehow more special than anybody else. I'm sorry, but I don't agree with any of that because people act like jerks. So, yeah, I know what a good adult looks like. Let's get over here. Right lane ends. Ugh. Plus my gut is full. My gut is full, so these bumps are making it worse. Because I've ate so much. Anyway, up here at Castaic, if I get pulled into the way station, then I'll end the live there. But if I don't get pulled in, then I'll try to end the live at the wide spot if there's room. More than likely, I will get pulled into the way station. think I'm going to stay in the right lane because, yeah, pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. I'm well over 70-some thousand pounds. So I'm going to let like, oh, that's a good looking truck. That's an old style Freightliner. I love it. Love it. Now, I'll let who are lighter go on past me and not block them. If I was light, what am I hauling? I have no idea what I'm hauling because it's loaded and sealed. But it's going to Albertsons and Safeway, the Albertsons Safeway Distribution Center in Portland. And it's not a refrigerated load, so it's household, some kind of, you know, dry grocery or like household, like aluminum foil or something. But it's a pretty heavy load, so they've packed in there whatever it is. Let's see, where am I getting fuel? I'm getting fuel in Lodi today. Because I'm over a half tank, but I'm under 5/8. Okay, baby, let's turn on that. Oh. Right lane closed ahead. Okay, I'm going to let this bobtail go on by me, and then I'm getting over. There's a motorhome coming, a Class A motorhome, and a dual stack dump truck. But that motorhome's doing the same thing. They're not, I don't believe they're supposed to be taking the truck route. But because they're trying to get ahead of everybody, watch this. Watch this. They're special. They are special. There. Oh, and here comes a four-wheeler who shouldn't be on here. Oh, it's a Porsche though. See, we need to make allowances because they drive overpriced cars. They are more important than the rest of humanity. Okay, so the right lane ends up here.
I-5.
I probably haven't crocheted for the last 3 or 4 nights, and I can't see myself doing it again tonight. I'm pretty anxious to get back to Idaho. It's going to be a special trip back to Idaho. Entitled, yes, they're entitled. Okay, don't hit the Jersey barriers there. This is a narrow little lane with the construction. Hold back, baby, hold back. I may have to get over again, like that Freightliner behind me. No, that's for that on-ramp. Easy girl, easy girl. I'll probably get the red light for the way station, which is fine. I got a 2024 inspection sticker in the window, so hopefully they don't pull me in for another one. Usually they don't, but they can do whatever they want. Oh, these roads, oh my goodness. So we're coming up on the Santa Clarita area. Going through the mountains here. Yep, Santa Clarita, next 4 exits. Always construction in this state, but never a completed project. I mean, everybody's got to make a living for the rest of their life, right? Why complete it? Pico Canyon Road. I tell you what, it is some pretty, as need an empty bladder for this road, that's for sure. That's why I'm looking forward to stopping up here. And, yep, there's no way I could have made it last night on an hour and 50 minutes with no place to park the truck. Because I'm already over 2 hours and 4 minutes that I've been driving. Good call, Dana. Good call. This is an old equestrian place on my right. All that's left is really a bunch of weeds and fences. Oh, quit buzzing at me. The Masters University. I wonder if that's the same thing as the Masters Seminary. Because I listen to the Masters Seminary talks on YouTube. Okay. The Masters University. I wonder if that's the same thing. Because I know the Masters Seminary is somewhere over here in Southern California. Seems like I looked it up once. It's a really good talk series of videos of Dr. Bill Barrick's on the first. I listened to this a lot when I was doing the Noah scarf. The first 11 chapters of Genesis. Good morning, Marion. Good morning. Would you please take over? I'm tired of driving. Yeah, Dr. Bill Barrick from the Masters Seminary, his classes on Genesis. Yes, it's a very dirty windshield. Leslie, would you please clean it for me? I was talking about you earlier. Are you still in your Peterbilt, and are you still liking it a whole lot better than your Cascadia? We were talking about ya. Talking about ya. I was thinking about calling you. There's a little list of people in my head that I was thinking about calling. It was you. You showed up just in time. I know. I need you to drive. It was you, Sandy from Left is Right, and Rosalie from Yarn It Out. Nope, I'm back in a Freightliner. Oh, is that by choice? Oh my goodness, we're going to need to talk. We are going to need to talk. I'm on I-5 in Santa Clarita, heading north. I'm going to be going through Castaic. It was not by choice. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Because that was better, easier riding on your body, right? It was a pain thing. These Cascadias, all Freightliners, they are rough riding. That's why I was saying, even to this day, called freight shakers. Even with those airbags on the cab to help smooth out the ride, they're still rough riding, top heavy. Yes, yeah. But they're what I'm comfortable with because I've driven, mostly Cascadias. In fact, I drove a Volvo for about 3 days and I told them where they could stick it. Which the Volvo was a nice driving truck. It had a lower center of gravity, cornered like it was on rails, but that Jake brake, you know, I'm used to the monster Jake of a, oh, phone call. She's a hand talker. I was on the phone, silly. Yeah, I was. I was on the phone with the ball and chain. my dispatcher, my DM. I was getting on his case because I still don't have a load to Idaho, and I need one. If everything went like smoothly and perfectly, I would pick up a load Saturday morning and drive to Emmett, Idaho, and park Saturday night in Emmett, go to church Sunday morning, then bobtail over to the post office to get my postcards, and then I have a very special package to pick up, and then I get back on the road. I either go deliver in Boise or I go on to wherever in the world and go on with that load. So yeah. Or he might get me a brokered load that delivers in the Boise area. I deliver it, then I head out to Emmett and do everything I need to do. Could be Monday. You know, I could have a delivery on Sunday in Boise or Napa or something, and you know, I get to Emmett Sunday afternoon. Whatever it takes, I need to get there right away, as soon as possible. Maybe I deliver in Twin Falls and have to come back on Monday morning or Monday afternoon, whatever. That's what I was explaining to him. Whatever. Get me a load. Get me a brokered load if you have to, because I technically live in Idaho, and for some reason the planner that just got fired refused to give me a brokered load to get me home when I needed to. He just flat refused. And so I talked to Jesse, who's the boss of all of us, and I'm like, why am I not getting brokered loads to get me where I need to go? And he's like, you should be getting brokered loads to get to where you need to go. So that's what that whole conversation was about. I just telling my DM just how it is. I told him everything he needed to know. He's like, all right, I gotta go. I gave him all the information that he needs to act on immediately on my behalf. 55. I'll be lucky if I can do 55 going up this hill. So I made it through the way station at Castaic, but I kept on going because all the parking spots were taken. So this wide spot, oh, there's trucks in the wide spot. Okay, you guys are going to ride with me until the next. We're going to get up over the hill is what we're going to do. I'm not going to stop at the base of the hill. Yeah, there's a lot of trucks in there. And I don't know about you guys, but I can wait a little longer to go take a little. Were you able to get to Pat's service? They haven't had a service yet, Diana, so I'm sure that my timing will be off for Pat's memorial. I'm sure that I'm going to miss it, but I need to get there and pay respects to Pat the best way I can and pick up my package that I will reveal to you guys next week. More rough California. I'm telling you, this is somewhere between a 7 and an 8 on the Shreveport, Louisiana Richter scale. It's driving up I-5 in California. Leslie, where are you today? Are you home? Are you running locals? What are you doing? What are you up to? What day is today? Thursday? Are you working today? Ooh, Don't swing out here. Okay, he didn't. He didn't. He's good. Wow, it isn't like bumper to bumper trucks like it usually is. They all came through right before daylight, I'm sure. They got out of here. So I've been praying that I make it to Emmett just as soon as possible to get everything done that I need to get done. You are a good driver. You are good at your job. I couldn't do that because I can't see. I cannot in my head mentally place where my dang tandems are. And I haven't gotten into too big of, an incident, but I've had trouble because I can't place my tandems. And the glare at night with oncoming traffic, I can't see. Of course, you've been doing this umpteen decades more than I have. You're better at this, that's for sure. You and Wanda, real truck drivers. Ugh! I need some more pork belly. Pork belly. At least everything's green right now in California. It's not that yellow grass, it's all green. Grass and weeds and bushes and trees. I love it. I just close my eyes and hammer down, punch my way through. I am going to pass JB Hunt here because there's, besides that Florida 4Runner, there was nobody in the left lane. Then I'm going to hold up. I'm sure Leslie and Wanda know exactly where I'm at. Coming up out of Cascade, where northbound and southbound cross over. Like they're on the opposite sides of what normally freeway. Normally, southbound would be off to my left, but they cross over in this canyon for some reason. Some engineering genius decided on that. And there's a big paintball place down here in the canyon off to my right. I always find it interesting to look down there at that. Then they're developing it, making it even bigger. Interesting. You know exactly where I'm at. Shreveport Richter scale, you guys. Yeah, they're building up more area, more places to play paintball in this canyon. It's pretty interesting to look at it. I think it would be a lot of fun. I played laser tag once with my husband. He's mean. And it was a little unfair advantage. That guy's got military training. Had military training. That was at a place called Bullwinkles, I think, in Wilsonville, Oregon. That was fun. Yep, it is pretty out here. That's one thing I will say about California. It is pretty. don't like anything else about it, but it is beautiful. Good morning, Missy. Where have you been? I mean, it's after 9 o'clock already. Hello? You were out finding your dry shampoo out in the motorhome because you want to use it again. Whoa! Whoa, that guy had to open his door as a truck was coming up and I couldn't get over, but that other guy let me get over because he could see what was going on. Thank you, driver. I slept till 7:30. Oh my goodness. Oh, slacker. She's a slacker. Half the day's over. So what are your plans today, Robin? Do they have anything to do with the motorhome? I wish I could have slept till 7:30. I slept till 4:30. And that wasn't sleeping. That was just closing my eyes and refusing to get up. Robin, would you like some pork belly? Anybody want some pork belly? It's cold. Sounds appetizing, doesn't it? Leslie does. She likes air-fried pork belly. We have a coffee date. Right on. Oh, is that Cynthia? You can go see Cynthia? Yes. Tell her I said hello. Everybody wave at Cynthia. So Robin will wave at her when she meets her for coffee. Cynthia also drove down from Spokane last year to attend the Pacific Northwest Yarny Social. She's one of our people. And I don't know, I don't know that she's planning on going this year because yep, exchanging your blocks for the spring square swap. I'm pretty sure she's going on the cruise. But we'd sure love to see her find out. Tell her we'd love to see her in Boise and on the cruise, on the crochet cruise. By the way, we still need 7 people to fill out the last group in the spring square swap. So, any angels, anybody who wants to join in. I mean, the squares don't have to be completed, blocked out, and mailed out. They need to be mailed out by May 1st. So, there's lots of time on that. Okay, I've got room to get around this guy. Close your eyes, I'm getting in the shower. Okay, she's naked, you guys. You know, I used to go into Sandy's, you know, we've been talking about Sandy at Left is Right this morning. I used to go into her lives when I was at the yard or at a truck stop, naked, getting in and out of the shower, listening to the live. So, it's nothing new for people to be naked in lives. It's a thing, actually. Climbing the hill. I'll probably start buffering around Pyramid Lake, but hopefully maybe at Smoky Bear Road I can pull over and end the live and take a little trucker break and then go on with my life. Oh man, I tell ya, it's killing. It's a kidney buster. It's not as bad as Shreveport, but it is bad driving in a Freightliner. Wow, that is a pretty. There was a pretty red Peterbilt over there. I'm a truck spotter, you guys. I like truck spotting. I like looking at some of those pretty older trucks. And Kenworths, I don't care how new or how old those Kenworths are. I think they are nice looking trucks. I really like them. And I would love to drive one. Because I hear they are nice to drive. But I'm pretty, you know, after all these years, I trained on, I'm pretty sure there was at least one old Kenworth in our fleet of trucks at the truck driving school. And we had a Mack or an International. We definitely had a Freightliner or two, and pretty sure I've driven all of those trucks. They were all either a 10-speed or 13-speed. But ever since then, the only time I drove something else was that Volvo. Oh, I started to tell you guys, that Volvo at night transportation, it was a nice driving truck until you went to use a dang Jake on it. And after driving for 2 years, Cascadias that have monster Jake brakes on it, I hated that truck. I don't want to go down the hill and have to stab brake going down Cabbage, going down the Grapevine. Going over the brakes, and I couldn't. It made me so mad, and so they immediately they wouldn't put me in a Freightliner for some reason, but they put me in an International LT. Okay, this is a big, ugly workhorse of a truck. It, governed at 65. It was, gutless going up the hills. I did not care. It had a decent Jake brake in it. It was comfortable to live in. It got the job done. I had no problem driving the LT. And then I drove 2 LTs for market, and then I've been in 1 or 2, maybe it was just 1 LT. Yeah, 1 LT, named her Mimi after Laura. And then I was in, with this company I was with, 1095, 1096, and 1097. And they were all Penske leases. Now this truck, 1174, this is a 2023. It had 1,000 miles on it when I first got in it. Marion, it might be this area I'm in. It might be. Yeah, Marion, it's me. It is definitely me because I'm going through this. No, it's this area I'm in, Marion, going over these mountains before I drop down into Bakersfield. There's lots of dead spots up here. That's why I'm looking for Yogi Bear Road up here where I can pull over, take a little trucker break, say goodbye to all of you. Whew. I wish I had time to crochet. Work on my squares. I really want to just sit down for a whole afternoon and work on the Montana. Maybe once I get all my things that I have to do done at Emmett, I will have time that day to sit and relax, kind of take a breath, and work on the Montana blanket. Oh, you found your crochet. That is great. Robin, since you are a crocheter, then you found your crochet. You are so funny. Funny, you make me laugh. Funny. Okay. She loses so much. So much. I lose things too. It's just funnier when she does it. Oh, good. Good. Ugh. Vista del Lago Water Education Visitors Center next exit. That's hang on, everybody. I have lots and lots done. Lots. What are you trying to say? Lots of squares. Blah, 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 la, la, la. I can't hear you. I'm going through the dead zone. La, la, la. La, 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 la. That lake is really pretty. That Diamond Lake or Pyramid Lake? What do they call? I forget. I think it's Pyramid Lake. It's very pretty. Can't hear you. Go find yourself some dry shampoo. Fluff up that hair. I'm sure it's looking flat. Oh. Okay, yep, there's no way I could have made it up here last night with an hour and 50 minutes left on my clock from Ontario to up here. Couldn't have done it. La 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 la. I can't hear Robin. Does anybody hear Robin speaking? Because her lips are moving, but there's nothing. Okay, now we're back. Yogi Bear Road. There's usually a wide spot on the off-ramp to stop and take a trucker break. We do need 7 more people for the spring square swap, and the link to that is in the description box. And I am going to be looking for postcards when I get to Emmett, so please watch the little video on the postcard design challenge. I'm really looking forward to that. Designing stuff. You know what I want to do? I want to take a whole year off of all of my stupid ideas, and I want to do what everybody else is doing. I want to do everybody else's crochet alongs and collaborations and all the things. I want to do a memory blanket for Dooley. I want to do all these things. I feel like I'm missing out on a lot. We would love it if you would quit coming up with ideas. Does anybody hear what Robin is saying? Again, her lips are moving, but I got nothing. I know, because it adds to everybody else's list, not only my own. I do. I want to take a year just doing what everybody else is doing. All their crochet alongs, all their collaborations. I have a list in my calendar just for you. Okay, we've heard enough from Robin. I'm gonna take Smoky Bear Road here in a Smoky Bear Road, and oh, now we're back. My cell signal might just, to be fair, all your ideas are pretty darn good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. See, I heard that. They're not all good ideas. Some of them, you know, like the one I called you about the other day, that is such a huge undertaking that I definitely would need to be retired to do that. And I would need a lot of help. You, people like Selena, Edie Ekman, you know, big people like you, and poor Carrie, she'd probably get roped into it too. But I do want to do some kind of, we just smile and nod at something, right? Yes, exactly. I do want to do some kind of crochet, like worldwide crochet competition. And I want to talk to Karen about that. Maybe spend time to finish whips. Oh, blah, 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 la, 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 la. I can't hear you. I hear a little buzzing going on. Dead zone. Tunnel. Going through a tunnel. You sound like Robin. And Marion. Okay. 2-minute break. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. I've had a good time. This is always so much fun. But I'm definitely going to get a dead zone up ahead. Glad to see all of you. Check out the links in the description box. One, if you're considering joining that second group for the square swap, we need 7 more people. And 2, please check out the postcard design challenge linked in the description box. I would love to see those, and choose one at the beginning of next year to design a project, design a pattern. Okay? Okay, I love you guys. Bye.